PM Modi addresses valedictory function of National Youth Parliament, says new national education policy is a step towards nation building. Supreme Court puts stay on implementation of tree farm laws, sets up committee to hold talks. Centre advises states to enhance surveillance for avian influenza in view of more confirmed cases from various states. Government begins COVID-19 vaccine transportation process to various cities. First batch of COVID vaccine arrives in Guwahati. Schools reopen in Meghalaya after a 21-day winter break. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Monjoy. Now the stories in details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the new national education policy focuses on development of better individuals and from better individuals to a better country. He said this policy gives priority to our youths understanding their decisions and beliefs. Addressing the valedictory function of the second National Youth Parliament Festival today through video conferencing, Modi said the new national education policy is a step towards nation building and the government is building an ecosystem which will give better opportunities to the youth. Speaking about Swami Vivekananda, Modi said Swamiji always stressed equally on physical and mental strength and spoke about muscles of iron and nerves of steel. Supreme Court has put a stay on the implementation of the tree farm laws. It has also set up a committee of experts to facilitate talks between the centre and farmers' union to resolve the impasse. The bench, headed by Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde and comprising Justice A.S. Bopanna and V. Ramasubramaniam, said those genuinely interested in finding a solution would appear before the committee. The bench, headed by a Chief Justice, was hearing a batch of petitions regarding the constitutional validity of tree farm laws passed by Parliament and a plea to disperse the protesting farmers. The bench said that we are concerned about the validity of the laws and also about protecting the life and property of citizens affected by protesters. President, Vice President and Prime Minister today paid tributes to Swami Vivekananda on his birth anniversary. President Ramnath Kovind said an inspiration for the entire humanity, for the youth in particular, Swami Vivekananda revitalized India's spiritual heritage and brought it center stage at the global arena. The President said Swami Vivekananda's teachings continue to inspire everyone. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said Swamiji was an intellectual of extraordinary caliber, an exceptional orator and a true nationalist. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said in thought and action, Swami Vivekananda personified the best of India's culture and ethos. Modi said he was unwavering faith in Indian youth. Talking about the prevailing situation of bird flu in different parts of the country, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the government has formalized a roadmap which needs to be followed at the earliest. He said district magistrates will also have a major role to play to check the spread of the disease. Modi said those states where no case of bird flu has been reported should be on a constant vigil. Union government has said that avian influenza has so far been confirmed in 10 states of the country. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Minister Giriraj Singh said that even after writing to the states 3 times, they did not take proactive measures to contain the spread of the disease. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that civil aviation sector launched yet another momentous mission today. He said vaccine movement has started with the first 2 flights by SpiceJet and Go Air from Pune to Delhi and Chennai. In a tweet, the minister said, today Air India, SpiceJet, Go Air and Indigo will operate 9 flights from Pune with 56 5 lakh doses to Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, Guwahati, Shillong, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Bhubaneswar, Patna, Bengaluru, Lucknow and Chandigarh. With less than a week left before India starts its nationwide inoculation drive, the first consignment of Oxford AstraZeneca's Covishield vaccine was dispatched from Pune early on Tuesday. 3 temperature-controlled trucks left for the Pune airport before 5 a.m. from where the vaccines have been delivered across the country. Flights ferrying COVID-19 vaccines reached LGB International Airport in Guwahati around 3 p.m. The Airport Authority of India, Borjar, has received the first batch of COVID vaccine consignment meant for Assam and Meghalaya. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
जल्दी करो यार, प्लीज जल्दी।
दूसरा कोई मैच है क्या?
ऐसा ही कुछ है यार, बैंक जाना है दादाजी को लेके।
हाँ यार, उम्र होने पर कभी कभी मदद तो लगती है,
पर बैंकिंग में नहीं।
वैसे भी आरबीआई कहता है सीनियर सिटीजन सबसे पहले। अगर आप 70 साल से ऊपर हैं और आप बैंक नहीं जा सकते तो बैंक आएगा आपके पास जरूरी सेवाएं लेकर, वो भी वाजिब दरों पर।
सीनियर सबसे पहले। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Schools in Meghalaya reopened today after a 21-day winter break, with classes 9 to 12 fully reopening in both urban and rural areas for completion of courses and preparation of the board examinations 2021. Classes will continue till March 10, after which final examination assessment will be held from March 11 to 20, while the new academic session 2021 to 22 would commence from April 1. Many students and teachers expressed their happiness at the fact the schools have reopened, even as students admitted that they will have challenging times since they have to complete vast amount of course in a short span of time before the board examinations are held. A meeting of Commonwealth Parliamentary Association India Zone 3 was held in Guwahati on Tuesday. The meeting was presided over by Hitendranath Goswami, Speaker of Assam Legislative Assembly. The CPA Zone 3 comprises all the 8 states of Northeastern region. In today's meeting, speakers of all the states of any region were present. With end of the chairmanship term of Assam Assembly Speaker Hitendranath Goswami in CPA Zone 3, the MIT has elected Speaker of Arunachal Pradesh Pasang Dorji Sona as the new chairman of CPA India Region Zone 3. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has reached to 96.49%. More than 18,000 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The total number of recoveries has gone up to over 1 crore 1 lakh. Health Ministry said the COVID-19 recovery rate of India is amongst highest in the world. The actual case currently comprises only 2.07% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is around 2,16,000. During the past 24 hours, 12,584 new cases were reported, taking the total number of positive cases in the country to over 1 crore 4 lakh. In the COVID update from the region, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 63 new active cases with a total 16,658 recoveries. The death toll remains at 56. Manipur has now 477 active cases with a total 27,851 recoveries. The death toll is 365. In Meghalaya, the active cases now stands at 151 with a total 13,337 recoveries. The tally for the dead remains at 143. Mizoram has recorded 96 active cases with 4,194 recoveries. The death toll is 9. In Nagaland, active cases are now 108, followed by 11,795 discharged cases. The number of deaths is 84. Sikkim has now 322 active cases with 5,538 recoveries. The number of the dead is 129. Lastly, Tripura shows 49 active cases with 32,872 discharged cases, while the death toll remains at 388. In the COVID-19 media bulletin issued by the State Health and Family Welfare Department and National Health Mission, Assam records 45 fresh cases out of the 19,033 tests conducted in the last 24 hours. Also, with 64 discharges reported in the past 24 hours, the total discharge cases in the state now stands at 2,12,576. The total COVID positive cases in the state is now 2,16,635. Meanwhile, the total number of deaths in the state stands at 1,064. Concluding his two-day Assam tour, BJP President JP Nadda today visited Kamakya Temple with his better half. Nadda, who addressed a massive rally named Vijay Sankalp in Silchar on Monday, also attended several meetings in Guwahati with the top state leaders and party workers to take a stock of party's preparedness to the run-up to the forthcoming assembly election. During his visit to the Saktipet Kamakya Dham, Nadda was accompanied by BJP State President Ranjit Das. While interacting with the media just before leaving for Delhi, the president of the Saffron Party said he offered prayers seeking blessings and wellness for the society and the whole of humanity. Mentioning about the 2021 state election, Nadda also asserted that BJP would once again form the government here in the state.
मानवता के कल्याण के लिए सर्वमंगल सारे समाज में सभी लोग मंगलमय रहें, शुभ रहें, मानवता में आपस में भाईचारे के साथ सब लोग बढ़ें, ऐसी कामना की है और माँ के ही आशीर्वाद से सबका कल्याण होता है। तो आज मुझे यहाँ आने का सौभाग्य मिला, स्फूर्ति मिली, शक्ति मिली और उस शक्ति का अर्जन करते हुए माँ का आशीर्वाद लेकर के पार्टी और समाज के
Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan today virtually inaugurated the academic program for the first batch of students of All India Institute of Medical Science, AIIMS Guwahati, in a function held at Assam Administrative Staff College in the city. While addressing the function, Dr. Harsh Vardhan said persistent efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to expedite the growth of Northeast, the massive development in the region has taken place. As the guest of honor, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal on the occasion thanked PM Modi and his other colleagues in the Union Cabinet for their continuous support towards the state and the region too. At the function, State Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Minister of State for the same Piyush Hazarika and Dr. Chitra Sarkar, President AIIMS Guwahati, were also present. To end the news, the main points once again. PM Modi addresses valedictory function of National Youth Parliament, says new national education policy is a step towards nation building. Supreme Court puts stay on implementation of tree farm laws, sets up committee to hold talks. Centre advises states to enhance surveillance for avian influenza in view of more confirmed cases from various states. Government begins COVID-19 vaccine transportation process to various cities. First batch of COVID vaccine arrives in Guwahati. And schools reopen in Meghalaya after a 21-day winter break. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.